expert and writer from Italy, Francesco Benedetti.
Thank you, Minister, and good morning to all present. Over the past decade, a series of political and military crises have crossed the world. Visualizing them on the map, we can identify a line of friction that, starting from Finland, runs from north to south through Eastern Europe, reaches the Caucasus, crosses the Middle East, and then wedges into Africa, cutting it from east to west. If the hotspots of this front are currently Ukraine, Nagorno-Karabakh, Syria, and Palestine, no less concern is aroused by its secondary segments, such as the Russian Federation, Belarus, Georgia, Iraq, Libya, and the West African republics. The Caucasus is one of the pieces of this front. The war unleashed by Putin in February 2022 against Ukraine has exposed the Russian Federation to the risk of a collapse. This will give the North Caucasus republics an opportunity to reassess their position as member of a regional association along the lines of the North Caucasus Mountain Republic. Similar projects, after all, were theorized as early as late 80s and early 90s, notably by Zohar Dudayev and Zviad Gamsakhurdia, and with them a vast movement of opinion. In regard of this issue, I can try to make a modest contribution by bringing to your attention my own experience as a citizen of a member state of a supranational union, at whose main institution, the European Parliament, we find ourselves right now. The European Union has been established, given itself a parliament, created legislative, governing and supervisory bodies, procedures and regulation of all kinds, social, economic and cultural project of the highest order. However, at this very moment, when a solid and strong Europe, capable of influencing the course of world events and protecting the interests of European citizens would be needed more than ever, the Union is revealing some difficulties. I think the problem lies mainly in the fact that even today, 74 years after the establishment of the Council of Europe, the European Union does not have a mission. European citizens feel part of a larger community than that of the nation to which they belong, but they do not know how to recognize its depth, so they call themselves first French, Spanish, German, and only then European. Precisely from this problem, I try to translate the discussion to the North Caucasus. A union of North Caucasian republics can be a viable curb on the imperial pretension of neighboring powers, and Russia in particular. Moreover, it could grant the republics that would compose it greater specific weight in international fora, and start a process of a building of a Caucasian identity that, as an outside observer, I trace already exists in a rather pronounced way. A defensive purpose, however, cannot be a sufficient mission. I believe that the project of a unification of the North Caucasus, fascinating and potentially successful in itself, must be accompanied by a deep reflection regarding what its mission in history should be. Until a few decades ago, new states arose out of opportunity, embodying the national ambition of the people. Today, we are witnessing the emergence of new supranational union out of necessity. The end of the US-led unipolar world, the rise of new world powers, and the agglomeration of economic power and demographic weight makes the small homelands so irrelevant that they are forced to consort if they want to avoid becoming pawns in the great international power games. What need then should guide the creation of a confederation of the peoples of the Caucasus? What historical mission should it set itself? What added value should it bring to the Caucasian community and to the human community at large? On what distinctive feature should it be articulated? To put it even more simply, how will a citizen on Zohar, Magas, or Machachkala feel honored to be a citizen of the Caucasus? I believe that the ability of the peoples of the North Caucasus to erect a solid institution capable of guaranteeing them a future of freedom and prosperity will depend on the attention paid to these questions. My time is up. Thank you for your attention.